If you want to make money while you sleep, watch the rest of this video. I'm going over 5 ways to make passive income, and you don't even need much money to start. With as little as $100, you can start making passive income today. My name is Zach. I'm an accountant. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Most of you are not subscribed. About 77%, according to my analytics, are not subscribed. So make sure you hit that red subscription button, tap the notification bell so you know when I release a new video just like this. And every time I put out a new video, I'm there for the next few 2-3 hours responding to all of your comments. So make sure you hit that notification bell and like this video if you appreciate this content. Paint it blue just like my shirt. I appreciate all of you that have been liking the previous videos. Thank you so much for your support. I love you all. So let's get right into the video. Number 1, your best investment obviously is going to be yourself. And I have to say this, I know I sound like a broken record. This is just a disclaimer for everyone. The number 1 best investment is yourself. Human capital, learning a skill, learning a trade, becoming more valuable to the world. So if I only had $1,000, I would use it on education to educate myself, make myself a better person, not just in books. You could buy, like with $1,000, you could spend $10 only on a couple books. You could find them for free. Go on YouTube, type in How to Think and Grow Rich audiobook. It's there for free. Listen to that entire audiobook, How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's on YouTube for free. A lot of these books are out there for free. You don't even need money. Well, that out of the way, this is for everyone who has extra money sitting around. Maybe you have $100, $200, $1,000, $10,000. And you want to invest it. You want to make sure that money works for you in the background and it's not just losing money to inflation, because we all know that over time things get more expensive, but the dollar stays the same and just keeps going down in value. So let's get right into it. Number 1, real estate. And I know you're thinking, how am I going to invest in real estate? I don't have 20% down. I don't have 2 years of income and a great credit score. Real estate investment trust. These are REITs. You can buy them on the open market. You can download Robinhood. Link in the bio, by the way, if you want a free stock. We both get a free stock if you download Robinhood, or you can just download another broker on your own. It's fine, whatever you want. Download a brokerage and you can invest straight into REITs. I'm going to give you 2 of my favorite REITs. Number 1 is Realty Income. I have videos going into detail of a detailed analysis on both of these stocks because I talked about them in one of my previous dividend stock videos. But anyway, Realty Income, commercial real estate. They invest in things like Walgreens, gyms, movie theaters, and I know that sounds scary right now, which is why the stock price is down so heavily, but only a small portion, not very significant, is from movie theaters and gyms. Don't quote me on the exact percentage. I have it in my previous video when I did my full analysis, but essentially they're investing in commercial real estate, and you as a shareholder get a portion of the profit. REITs are required by law to pay out 90% of their profits back to the shareholder. So you, as an owner of a REIT, get 90% of the profits back paid to you. So if you like commercial real estate, if you like seeing all those Walmarts, Walgreens, and seeing that they are tenants of this Realty Income that owns the land behind it, and you want to invest in it, Realty Income, that's the one I would go with. Number 2 is SX Property. This is ticker symbol ESS. This is for residential real estate. I live in California. I've seen this SX Property apartments everywhere. I've done my due diligence on the company. They are a dividend aristocrat, which means they've been paying a dividend consistently every single year and raising it. By the way, if you don't know what a dividend is, it's when a company pays you, a shareholder, money. They've been raising that dividend for 25 years straight. They're a great company, and I think they're on discount right now. I bought them around the 190s, 200. SX, I'm in California. I see them around. I don't hear anyone else really talking about this, but those are my 2 favorite REITs, just to give you an example. So that's number 1. Number 2, investing in dividend-paying stocks. These are blue chip companies. Think of McDonald's, Coca-Cola. They pay out dividends on usually a quarterly basis. Sometimes it's monthly, like a lot of the REITs that I mentioned before pay out on a monthly basis, or semi-annually, or even once a year. What you need to look at is that dividend yield. So when you're buying a dividend stock, let's say the stock costs $100. The dividend yield is 4%. You know that when you buy 1 share with $100, you'll be getting back $4 every single year. Go to a website like seekingalpha.com, type in McDonald's, look at their history, how often they've been paying a dividend, how often they've been raising it, and if you like it, That's one metric to look at, obviously. Then there's the financials to analyze. But yeah, this video could be 3 hours long, but I don't want to make this video 3 hours long. So I'm just going to tell you the next investment, dividend stocks. I have plenty of videos of that on my channel. Look them up. Just look up my name with dividend stocks and you can see how exactly I analyze these stocks. The next way to make passive income, the third way, is peer-to-peer lending. This is lending people money directly without the bank. We're cutting out the bank here. Usually, this is how a bank makes money. Banks get deposits from people, right? Everyone goes to the bank, deposits their money, has their savings. And what does the bank do with the savings? Do you think they hold it? They don't. They immediately get that money and lend it out to other people. Certain banks have different reserve ratios. Right now, I think it's as low as 0% with everything going on. But anyway, all the money they have on deposit, they can literally just lend it right out. So this is how banks create money out of thin air, because you think you have your $20,000 sitting in the bank, but in reality, there's zero in the bank because they've lent it out. That's what they're able to do. This is how banks make money. But regardless, you are getting 0.03% or whatever it is from the bank back to you. They are getting 6, 7, 8, 20% based on who they're lending money to for themselves. And that's how banks make their money. They're making their profit from that interest. That's one of the biggest ways banks make money. So to cut them out, using a platform like Prosper.com, Lending Club, these are the United States. I know if you're watching this, you're in the UK. Some of you have commented before. There are other brokers in your country. I don't have experience with them, so I can't tell you firsthand which one's the best, which one's not, because I've never used them. But what I could say, for those in the United States, I've used Prosper for over 4 years. I have a video on my P2P income report. Essentially, I've been making around 11% a year on average, loaning money directly out to people without the bank. So maybe Tom needs to borrow $15,000 to renovate his kitchen. I look at his credentials, I look at his credit score, I look at his employment history, I see his outstanding debt. I'm like, okay, I'll lend him $25 because that's how it works. You could loan out as little as $25 or the full $15,000 if you wanted. Don't recommend that. I recommend you just put out $25 and you keep individually picking. I have a custom filter on there. It just automatically invests. This is all passive, right? The keyword here is money while you sleep that you don't have to think about. So while I'm sleeping in the background, I am lending people more and more money. And when I make the profits, it just reinvests. I have a crazy filter, crazy video on it. I'll try to put a card if I remember somewhere in this video. Great way to invest, P2P lending. Number 4, probably the best way for most people, is index funds. This is almost like dividend stocks, but a lot safer for most people, and it will make you the most money in the long run for most people. Let me explain why. Mutual funds and hedge fund managers, they get paid to buy and sell stocks and make more money than the S&P 500. The S&P 500, think of it like a benchmark. This is the standard that people always compare themselves to. So when they think of, oh, the market's up today, everyone's talking about the S&P 500. Hedge fund managers, all these people that are going to school, going to Harvard, whatever, crazy business degrees, working super hard to try to beat this, 90% plus do not beat the S&P 500 over a 10-year span, maybe in the short run, but in the long run, it is very difficult to beat. So as a long-term investor, an index fund is a great option for most people. You don't have to think about which stock to buy. You don't have to keep up with any of the companies. The S&P 500, for example, will have the top 500 companies. When a company falls out, it'll just fall out and there'll be a new one put in. It'll be managed by itself. You buy one stock, one ticker symbol, for example, SPY or VOO, you buy one of these and now you have exposure to 500 different companies, the top 500 companies in the US. That's what an index fund does for you, and that is a great way for a lot of people to invest. If you want a high yield, you want high cash flow, but less capital growth, go with something like SPHD. This is focused on dividends. If you want to just invest in the S&P overall, SPY or VOO or VTI, these are all great tickers that cover the entire market. Warren Buffett himself said when he dies in his will, he wants 90% of his portfolio for his family, for generational wealth, to be in the S&P 500 and 10% in bonds. And for those of you that don't know, bonds is basically a stable form of income. It doesn't really go up in value. It's just a coupon that you're lending money out and you're just getting paid a certain rate. You don't really make a lot of money on bonds. It's more for stability. Equities, the stock market, is what goes up mostly over time. The fifth way to make passive income, and this one requires more than just money and a little bit of work. That's why I put it at the end, but this could be very rewarding. This could make you a lot more money than everything else, is royalties. I'm talking about ebooks, audiobooks, music, licensing, software. Think of Microsoft. They make a ton of money just from royalties from their software. Think of things like you put out an ebook, an audiobook. I've done this myself. not successful. I put out an ebook and an audiobook. I made two. I spent around $750. I hired ghostwriters. I outsourced the cover. I did all of that. I put it on Audible. I put it on Kindle. And after spending $800 or so, that's $750, $800, I make back like $30 a month for like the past 2 years. Like every month I just see my bank account, an Audible or Amazon deposit of like 15 bucks, 30 bucks, 20 bucks. Not the best. It's going down over time. I'm expecting it to just phase out. But if you take your time, right? If I spent more time on this, I'm so busy with my business and focus on other areas of my life. But if I had the time, I would spend more time focusing on these books, making them better, advertising them better. I only put out 2 books. Imagine if I put out 20 books, 30 books. This is a business. And imagine if you write them out yourself. I paid a ghostwriting company, which I regret. I spent a lot of money and they made a terrible book for me. I could have wrote a better book myself. But anyway, that's just an experience I've had. That's the 5th way of making passive income, royalties. Also, if you make beats, I know people, I have friends that make DJ beats, you know, they just do, hey Zach, what's up? I'm making my DJ song. Cool, bro. So those are 5 ways you can make money while you sleep. Watch one of these 2 videos. I make videos on personal finance and investing. One of these 2 videos will help you make more money, save more money, be better financially. Make sure you click on one of these and I will see you in one of these videos. All right, I'll see you soon. Peace.